You know what time it
Time to
is.
stand up and speak your mind. In this elitist jungle, keep the beats alive. Whether yoga or doja that keeps you high. Gotta stay up, cause on the street you die. Time to wake up and see the light. Stop counting sheep, seize your life. Free your eyes and see suns rise on the horizon. Where the street meets the sky. The master's ignorance feeds our master's greed.
What's going on, everybody? Oh. This freaking mic stand is a bunch of balloon skis. It's already broken. I bought it. I bought this mic stand, I don't know, a little bit ago. It was like the cheap one at the Guitar Center and what have you, and I bought it. The other one I have is kind of old and grunge-a-lunge. And so, anyway, it's already broken from me frickin' woeing it out. So, let's see. What's going on? What's new? Pardon me. It's crazy because I'm still having to deal with some of these issues that I've been having. Some of these issues that I've been having, man. And it's pretty wild because it feels like I got long COVID or some shit, but I don't even, I never tested positive. But anyway, whatever it is, it's all, yeah. Anyway, I guess I'm just getting oldish. How old are you out there? Me? I'm 44 years old. I guess that ain't that old. Think about some dudes out there that are like 50 and they're crushing it. But that's where I hope to be when I'm 50. I hope to be crushing it. 50 fixing to be the new 40 for me since I blew my 30s. Nah, but for real, I did blow my 30s. And check it out. Spooky season. Yeah, man, it's spooky season. Got some lights going, some decos going. I love this. This is my time of the year. This is when it starts for me, right? This is I love getting decorated. I love Halloween parties. Those of you who know me probably been to one of my Halloween parties. I love Christmas parties. I love getting decorated. When I had the recording studio in Long Beach, Ice Cave Music Studio, which is still my name. I'm still Ice Cave Music Studio. I should go ahead and copyright that. I should go ahead and trade name that right up in here in AZ, just like I trade named my other deal. I should just go ahead and throw down and get that lit up. That'd be dope. Yeah, man. But anyway, I'm still the Ice Cave Studio. This is the Berg and the Abyss podcast produced by the Berg out of Ice Cave Music Studio. So, but I used to decorate that joker up, man, when it would be Halloween time, Christmas time. I would just get all decorative and get all festive. So anyway, you can see the spooky season lights are coming through. Ooh-wee. I got some purple ones over there that you can't see. They're kind of out of range. I feel like the decorations lately have just been they get earlier and earlier a little bit. Like at Lowe's. Like I went to Lowe's, it's like September already. I know October's next month, but usually it would be like the end of September. Spooky season shit would come out like the beginning of October. And then I went in the other day and they already got they got the Christmas stuff out already. Again, don't get me wrong. I love Christmas. I love Christmas decorations. I love Christmas lights, Christmas trees, Santa Claus in a Toyota. You know what I'm saying? I love all that stuff. Santa traded in his sleigh and got himself a RAV4. He got himself a Toyota for fucking reliability. At least that's what I seen on Instagram. I seen it. All right, man. I don't even know what I'm doing in the podcast today. I recorded a podcast several days ago, and super bummed because the camera was on slow-mo for like 40 minutes recording. And I thought, no big deal. I'll just turn it off. And then those spooky season lights back there were flickering because of the frame rate of the slow-mo is much more, it's a much higher frame rate. So it picks up that Bologna. Hopefully this won't do that. We'll check on that because I'm pretty sure it's from the frame rate of the slow-mo. And then also I realized that a 40-minute video in slow-mo is like 45 fucking gigabytes. Oh my God, that's a lot of gig. That's a lot of gigage. A lot of jigs. So yeah, that wasn't helpful. I got the audio. Again, that's the second time I farted a podcast, brain farted a podcast. I did another podcast. I did another podcast a couple weeks back. It was Labor Day weekend on that Monday. I went out to go bust some caps out in the des, and I brought all this equipment to practice doing a podcast outside, and I was gonna bridge the two podcasts, the Abyss here and the Yoda's podcast, and talk about 2A. And I didn't press record. Actually, what had happened was I pushed record on the camera when I was trying to frame it up, and then when I went to press the button, it stopped recording, and I thought I was recording. So imagine me out there in the des just talking up a storm to the camera, do the whole thing. Like I did the whole deal, the whole nine. And then I realized I didn't. Fucking clown. Fucking clown. That's all right. Shit happens. Live and learn. I'll get back out there again and do another pod. So I guess I was talking about two things in the other pod, the one that I recorded with the flicker with the flickers. And I was talking about this, well, two ideas, and one just sort of flowed into the other one. I'm not quite sure what I wanted to talk about. When I sat down, I thought I might want to talk about spelling. But I want to bring up another issue. So I've been noticing a lot lately. Did I bring this up in another podcast? It might be a good idea for me to take notes on what I already spoke about so that I don't reiterate too much. But I've noticed a lot lately this thing where people are saying is instead of are, A-R-E, right? Saying like there is a lot of stuff to talk about. No, that one doesn't work. My mom did it today, and I called her on it. Damn it, what did she say? But she totally said is instead of are, and then I corrected her on it because I'm the is-are freaking police these days. But I mean, I hear it everywhere. I hear it, I heard it on Lex Friedman and Jordan Peterson. And these are two intellectual sons of bitches. I've been hearing lots of really intelligent people saying it. And I was talking to my mom about it, and Mom was saying, like, she was like, well, if I wrote it down, I wouldn't write it that way, but for whatever reason, it's coming out. Now, my mom spends a lot of time on YouTube, watching videos and listening to podcasts, and so if it's out there in the world abroad and it's heavy, because I notice it a lot, then she may be picking up on it, and that's what I think is happening. I wish I could. So you use the word are, A-R-E, as when there are multiple, when it's plural. Those are, right? These are, not these is the right ideas. Those are the right ideas. And now I'm not talking about like slang or ebonics or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that because that's something that's different. That's like, that's almost, I'm talking about when you're having a conversation and you are actually attempting to use, the proper grammar, proper English, Now, and I'm hearing the is in place of the are. Another one that really used to bug me, and it still does, is the of. So people would say should've, right? And it's should apostrophe VE, not should space OF. It's should've, as in should have, not should of. Correct? Am I correct? I know I'm fucking correct. I'm kidding, but I know I'm correct. It's should've, could've, would've, would have, should have, could have, not of. And I've noticed that one's been going on for years, and that one's bugging me. That one's been bugging me, and now it's the is in place of the are. And I think our forefathers would be turning over in their graves. Shakespeare would be turning over in his fucking grave. You fucking clowns are murdering the fucking English language. Fuck. And I think what's happening here, honestly, really what it is I think two things are happening. I think one, we don't give a fuck. We don't care. Nobody fucking cares anymore about, right? And I think three, we're so fucking sped up and we're so instant gratification and so sped up and so quick to get information out there because of the internet and social media and this TikTok attention span that we blaze right by it and we don't even think about it, right? We don't even take the time to think about it. I think that's even what's happening with some of these intellectual types, these really intelligent folks. They're just blazing through and they're not stopping to think about it, which, by the way, is a very interesting concept because a lot of these people do articulate very well, are very well spoken, very well written, and intelligent people, very well read, very well written, and very well spoken people. Someone like Dr. Jordan Peterson, someone like Lex Friedman, who I wouldn't expect to do something like that, for that to be so prevalent in their conversation skills, in their communication. I would think that they would catch that. And it bugs me, man. And I don't know if it's the Mandela effect or whatever. If you're unsure of what the Mandela effect is, take a look at that. That's an interesting deal. Here's why this fucking microphone is broken, is because I have to lift it up. You can see it fucking wobble. Look at the wobble. The fucking threads are broken. I even threaded it down, and the threads are broken because it doesn't stay. It's a fucking cheap-ass thing, because I'm always fucking weeble wobbling it. Doing the weeble wobble. Ladies, you know what the weeble wobble is. Don't fucking pretend. The weeble wobble. I'm coming to realize, or at least admit to myself, that I'm a total fucking pervert. I think most guys are. We just don't act like we're not. Act like you're not a pervert, you fucking perv. You guys are all pervs. I think ladies are pervs too. We've just become, we're so cynical about it or whatever. I don't know if that's the right term. It's become a negative, for a woman to be like a man, to be a slut. And furthermore, that's very interesting because these feminist women that hate toxic masculinity are using toxic masculine traits to fucking be. You ladies. I love you. I love you. Women, I love you. You women, you're beautiful. all shapes and sizes and all of that. I mean, get your fat ass to the gym for sure. Don't think about that. Get to the fucking gym for sure. But, you thick broads are good looking too. I mean, I'm not hating on everybody. What was I? Oh, but you're masculine. Oh, man. All of that promiscuity and that, sexualizing yourself and normalizing your sexualization of yourselves and that's kind of a man's approach. It's kind of been a masculine approach. That's been the masculine for a long time. Going around and the conquests of my cock and all of that, and you women sort of have adopted that and are claiming it for yourselves and using it again. Using it. I mean, I guess when in Rome, right? That's kind of like that, brother. I just watched that Dave Chappelle special again, the one he got in trouble for, which was fucking ridiculous. But I just watched that one again where he was talking about the dude that won the brother who was a slave. He won his freedom or bought his freedom, whatever, and then he went off to be a very successful farmer with slaves and apparently employed more brutal tactics than the white slave owners did. Like, even some of the white slave owners were like, yo, chill. But that's what women are doing today. Using the tactics that men have used to win. And I guess that's the same thing. Do the thing that's successful, right? You follow what other successful people have done to be successful. And generally speaking, us men have been very, very successful in the world. Mainly because we'll kick your fucking ass. I mean, you get your fucking ass kicked. I'm not saying I'm the one to kick all women's ass. There are some bitches out there that will fuck me up. I ain't tangling. No. Oh, no. But like Joe Rogan always says, which I think is funny, yeah, none of those women are going to fuck with Brock Lesnar. Oh, if you don't know who Brock Lesnar is, take a peep. I mean, you might fuck with Brock Lesnar if y'all had an AR-15. I'm just saying, physically, speaking, like, I'm one to talk shit. I ain't nobody. I'm just talking shit. I think I just felt like talking shit today. Usually I'm on here pretty serious and you know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to talk a little shit. Sometimes we just got to talk some smack. Again, too, when we talk about owning, own your shit, right? Own your shit, Jay. Own your shit, Berg. Anything that I talk, I will admit this here with you fully, 100%. We'll get right into it. I will fully admit to you that anything and probably everything that I talk shit about others about, I've pulled myself. Right? I mean, and if there's something that's really bugging me about others, it's probably because I know it in myself. Right? Right? Because I pull that shit. I've pulled it. I pull it. Talk shit about people half-assing stuff. I half-ass stuff. Talk shit about people, being disciplined. Well, I'm not very disciplined compared to others. And then again, that's comparison, but still, you know what I mean? Here, let's break this microphone some more. Is it broken enough? I won't fucking quit until the thing falls onto the floor. I'm I'm amped up a little bit right now. I just got back from the gym. Went to the gym myself. And that's why I talk shit, because I talk shit about that because you know what? I used to be a fat ass. And I worked really hard to not be. And I work hard still to not be. Do I work hard enough to be one of those hard-bodied, jacked, scrapping motherfuckers? Oh, hell no. No. No, sir. No, ma'am. So if you go by they, are you a sir or ma'am? What is the terminology for that? No. No, sir. No, ma'am. I'm just curious. I, for one, will just keep my fucking mouth shut about some shit. As if I'm God's gift to podcasting. I mean, really, I am. You guys just don't know it yet. You guys just don't know it yet. Some of you might have a glimpse into that and realize, yeah, the Berg, he's onto something. He's really onto something. Oh, definition. Shit, I wonder if that was in the... Did I talk about that? Crap. Well, anyway. Oh, it was in the other podcast. Oh, that's because I was going to start talking about this concept that I've been putting together about a format for a journal that I was going to share with you guys. Just, a format to follow. Monday this, Tuesday that, Wednesday this, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that was the conversation I had, which got me into definitions on Monday, which then led me into this idea of spelling, and words and languages being spells, being magic, which I believe they are. That's why it's called spelling. How do you spell that? Spelling. Magic. Think about that for a second. Let your mind wander on that. Ponder and wander. Meditate. You might want to pray and ask. Think about that. Spelling. Motherfucker. But Monday, so journal format. I got to back up a couple pages here. All right, so journal format. Let's see, what do we got? I've got here Monday definitions. And I put down Monday definitions, and maybe you can start by defining your values. If you've written down some of your values or your ideals, and see if the words see if what you thought the word means what it meant. Tuesday, I put affirmations. This one's kind of question mark, up in the air. Affirmations would be like, I am strong. I am courageous. I am fucking brilliant. I am perverted. I am staring at your mama's big booty. I am physically strong. I am emotionally strong. I am growing behaviorally. I am pausing for comedic effect. Whatever it may be, whatever the case may be, I ams. The reason I have a question mark on that is because I put Wednesday worth. which works. Wednesday worth. So if you do Tuesday affirmations and then Wednesday worth, and worth is almost like an affirmation as well. I am worthy of. Now, that might be a whole nother podcast in and of itself, the difference between affirmations and perhaps worthy. Although I am worthy of respect is in and of itself an affirmation, perhaps the worth part is a little bit different. I am strong. I am worthy of strength. That's something to look into. So, for the sake of practice and for the sake of having a format, we'll just stick to the format that I have here. So, Monday definitions, Tuesday affirmations, Wednesday worth, I am worthy of, Thursday story. Now, tell us a story on Thursday. Get a story going. It could be a memory, it could be anything, but really tell a story. Write down some details, right? If you want to make something up, make something up. If you know what I mean? But tell us a story. I like telling stories about myself, right? I might write down a Navy story. Friday, gratitude. We talked about this. I share my gratitudes on Friday on Instagram. I am grateful. I'm grateful for another day. I am grateful for the challenges that I will face today. I think that's really important when you're doing gratitude, is to remember to find gratitude for the things that are coming as well. Because I am grateful for all of the struggles that I have gone through. Yeah, some dark times I've been through, and I'm really grateful for them because I wouldn't be who I was today if it weren't for those struggles. And also, I know that there are going to be some dark challenges ahead, and I'm already grateful for those. I've learned to become grateful for those. I might be a little bitch in the moment sometimes. I get frustrated, and those old patterns arise, and I start crying and fucking yelling and getting fussy and fucking frazzled, dazzled, and I'm a little bitch, crybaby, fucktard. We're all little bitches. I do work on, and I have worked really hard to remove that part and not be a little bitch. It's really hard sometimes when you've been a little bitch for so fucking long. So, gratitude Friday. Saturday, roll the dice. And I like this one because you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 through 5. Roll the dice. And you can add Sunday, put reflections. And Sunday would be reflecting back on your week. Reflect back on your journal. Maybe grab your journal, float through your journal from Monday through. If there's anything you want to touch on, any memory you want to go through, maybe finish, And so if you add Sunday as number 6, then Saturday would be a roll of a dice. Saturday may end up being fucking another story. So Monday definitions, Tuesday affirmations, Wednesday worth, Thursday story, Friday gratitude, Saturday roll the dice, and Sunday reflections. It's a pretty good format. It's pretty decent. Now, I've been working on practicing it myself. And so last Monday, let's see. What did I do? What I did. So I did definitions. Last Monday, and then also this Monday we just had. So last Monday, I did the definition for profound. Profound, which I like a lot. This is a good word. Profound. Let's see, I'll pull a couple of these out. You can look up profound yourself, but something that I liked very much was extending far below the surface, just like the Berg. And also, coming from or reaching to or situated at a depth. Ooh, the abyss. I like it. The vast depth of the ocean or the mind. Ha ha. Yes. The Berg and the abyss. We should fucking call this podcast Profound with the Berg. So yeah, having intellectual depth and insight, difficult to fathom or understand, and which led me to the word that I looked up this following Monday, fathom. And I like that word because it's nautical. It's very nautical. Navy man, we've done that. Oh, look at this thing, just sucks. This mic stand sucks. Fucking, I'm gonna be a little bitch about it. So Monday, I looked up fathom. A unit of length equal to 6 feet, chiefly used in the reference to the depth of water. Verb, understand a difficult problem or enigmatic person after much thought. Measure the depth of water. Probe, to take surroundings. To measure by sounding line. To penetrate and to come to understand. And then I looked up another word because I thought, understand a difficult problem or enigmatic person. So I looked up enigmatic because I thought that's a fucking pretty rad word. Of, relating to, or resembling an enigma. Mysterious. So then I had to look up enigma. Something hard to understand or explain. An inscrutable or mysterious person. An obscure speech or writing. Pretty cool. Fathom, enigmatic, profound. Fun stuff. Spelling. The mysteries of language. Dude, language is super important. Our speech is super important. These words that we use are really important. When we use these words to each other, think about how easily someone can use a few words to you and just get you all worked up. You know what I mean? The words we use on ourselves. Fuck, we're casting spells on ourselves constantly. Spelling. A spelling bee. How do you spell that? Yeah, man. Yeah. That's deep. Ponder on that for a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. And ponder. Huh. Magic. We're using magic today. I can feel that when I think about that, and I think about the idea that they're telling us exactly what they're doing. They have to. That's the devil. The devil can rule over this world. He just has to tell you what he's doing. He can do it in a deceitful, manipulative way, which is his trick. It's to make you believe he doesn't exist, which is tricky. Deceit, right? He uses deceit. That's his tactic. He uses deceit. But he has to tell you what he's doing. I mean, don't get me started, man. Don't get me. I'll go off on a rant. I could rant on all kinds of stuff. I want to have faith, and I want to have hope, and I want to believe in the goodness of people. And really, it's not even about necessarily the goodness of people, but I think what you can count on is that people will do what they need to do to survive. And we've shown that if we sort of add some rules to the game that allow for some morality, a lot of people will choose to follow that because it feels right. it feels right. It feels good. I think it feels good to act in a moral way, an ethical way. Some folks like Friedrich Nietzsche would disagree, but it feels okay. The will to power, maybe look that up and think about that. The will to power, which is the will to survive. And seeing as we live in the greatest and safest times known to humankind in the history of mankind, we can allow ourselves to have some freedom to be kind. Because we don't have to struggle for food and fight over territory or food. I don't know there's a lot of information out right now that we may be coming to some of those times. Difficult times may be ahead. That's a scary prospect. I mean, honestly, what would you do if the grocery store's closed? What would you do? Are you prepared? What would you do if the electrical grid? So if the electrical grid goes down, we know in the past, I mean, think about what happened in New York City. Was that Hurricane Sandy, I believe? Or think about what happened in New Orleans. You think that can't happen here or where you are there? If you think that can't happen and you're not prepared for that to happen, that's a mistake. Am I prepared? Fully fucking prepared? I will say no. Am I somewhat prepared? Yes. Is there room for improvement in my preparedness? Absolutely. There's always room to grow. I believe that in all aspects. I mean, I'm growing as an individual. It's only been the last 4 or 5 years, well, 6 really. I've mentioned this before, since I put down the bottle and began to see what's going on and actually live in the world. And sit in some of these emotions that I have begun to grow. But really the last 4 years, really becoming a man and really starting to look at myself deeply and admit some of these faults and some of these weaknesses and do something about it. So think on that, everybody, and start casting spells on each other that are productive and positive. Start thinking about should've, could've, would've. Start thinking about is and are. And our. These are our words. Not these are our words, or these is our. There it is. These is our words. Use them wisely. That's not quite right, but kind of. Yeah. And I'm full of shit right now. I do just enjoy getting on the pod and talking shit and rapping with you guys. Like I said, I'm charged up, just got back from the gym and wanted to throw this in there because I needed to have a number 23 because I blew the pooch on the last one like a dumb truck. Like an amazing but flawed human being. Spelled myself. All right, y'all. Peace. I love you. I'm out.
You know what time it
Time to
is.
stand up and speak your mind. In this elitist jungle, keep the beats alive. Whether yoga or doja that keeps you high. Gotta stay up, cause on the street you die. Time to wake up and see the light. Stop counting sheep, seize your life. Free your eyes and see suns rise on the horizon. Where the street meets the sky.
The master's ignorance feeds our master's greed. Open your mind and read some chapters.